New Mutants is out in theaters, people. Sort of. We live in California, so it's the theaters aren't open out here. I did see John Campea drive all the way to Nevada to go watch it. Good for him. I'm not going to do that.
Good, yeah, I'm impressed.
as much championing as I've been doing for this movie to get released in theaters because I feel like it's earned it. I'm not gonna take that trip.
I don't blame you.
I mean, I did see that like an hour away that there's a drive-in that is featuring the New Mutants. $35 a car to go there.
Hey man, pack 10 people in there, you get your money. Get all your
all
friends,
split the gas,
cosplay.
Split the cost for the amount of AC we're going to use in this 100-degree weather in California right now.
Yeah, and then all the respiratory fluids we're going to build up in the car.
I thought it would be fun today, since we can't watch New Mutants right now, if we just reacted to the Rotten Tomatoes score, because reviews got to be out. Honestly, I did give him some like bottom line consensus to see what some people said. Jeremy Johns, John Campea, Chris Stuckman. The consensus seems to be it's okay. I'm going to assume this movie is probably between like a 55 to 65% on Rotten Tomatoes. Somewhere there.
I'm going to go optimistic just to be a curveball and say 73.
All right.
Bill and Ted went up after last night, so we'll see.
Let's see what this is at then.
I feel oddly suspenseful right now.
All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Clicking the button.
Whoa! No!
No!
And the 182 people who saw neither of these is encouraging. No! I feel really bad for them.
I take it back. It should have gone to video on demand.
Yeah, I wonder. And now I'm sitting here doing a thought experiment in my head going, if it went to video on demand, would this score be different? And how much does that viewing environment affect the score?
Oh, I feel so bad for this movie. I mean, I'm not going to say, like, this is what I feel, because that would just be a lie, because I haven't seen it. But this is not going to do the movie any favors.
No, it's not going to encourage anybody to go and like drive an hour or risk health to go out and see it.
This poor movie. Is this why Marvel is over?
Yeah.
Is this why Marvel is over is trending on Twitter?
Yeah. DC can overcome like several horrible decisions, but all it takes for Marvel is this one offshoot.
That's why Kevin Feige's been like hush and not releasing anything. He's been like, they're going to release this fucking New Mutants movie. All right. We're just going to have the Marvel logo there. We just need to like get it out of the way, stay quiet for a while. Then we're going to drop some awesome shit. All right.
This is literally going to be the what have you done for me lately of Marvel, and that's not going to help us when we have nothing to release.
Just to be clear, I don't think Marvel is over. Fans are trying to egg it on. I've never really believed in this competition between Marvel and DC. The fact that Marvel's been quiet is a good thing for them, because then when they come out with some awesome stuff, it's going to be refreshing. Things that are not another Black Widow trailer. It's going to be really sweet. So, yeah, I don't agree with the whole Marvel is over thing. And this is not...
They're biding their time.
This is not lumped in with the MCU. We all know that by now.
The MCU is letting you miss it
I
for
want
a
people
second.
watching
They're
this
letting
being
you
like,
miss it.
Oh, you're just a DC fan.
They're
letting
DC pull ahead so they can come back in with something fresh.
Freaking unnecessary competition. PlayStation's better than Xbox.
Yeah, Hulu's better than Netflix. Okay.
Oh, not even the audience score likes it.
I know.
And I could believe this because that's only 182 people.
These are the dedicated people, who are like, I'm getting in that theater.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What do the capsule reviews say?
Let's check it out. There's only 20 reviews right now at the time of us covering this. This comes from Michael Nordine from The Wrap. It's the kind of movie many fans will surely want to like, and while it lives up to that modest promise, it certainly doesn't go above and beyond. I mean, I kind of just wanted it to be passable. And it's okay. Peter DeBruge from Variety says, reshot, recut, and somehow rescued from total obscurity. Boone's movie isn't half bad. Alas, it's not half good either. Everyone this is kind of like what I've been hearing what other people are saying. Is like, but I thought some of these okays would have been enough to
been like,
make it fresh.
Yeah, especially when you see like a 2 out of 4 or a 2 out of 5 that gets a fresh sometimes on Rotten Tomatoes. I love the short ones that just say very little new here. That's the Hollywood Reporter. reporter Jordan Mincer.
Oh, gosh.
Just like straight to the point.
So Aaron Peterson from The Hollywood Outsider says the New Mutants benefits from an exciting young cast and a fresh perspective, yet the film fails to capitalize on its full potential. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, man, we got Scott Mendelsohn. That's Zack Snyder's best friend.
His boy. Gotta get that take.
It's the worst X-Men movie ever, asking to watch a terrible TV pilot for a series that you already know didn't get picked.
Oh, no.
I gotta say, that's pretty funny.
That's a good barb, yeah. Because the problem is I can see it because so many TV promos look like movie trailers.
Oh, man, this poor movie. I was really rooting for it. We might watch it and still end up liking it. We'll be honest if we do.
We might.
I'm not going into this. The reason I'm cool with like reading capsules or hearing like bottom line consensus is because if I hear specifics, I feel like that'll really affect my viewing experience.
Rarely do these contain spoilers.
Here's some positive ones. Slash film.
Oh.
In a world where normal seems very abnormal indeed, to experience something middling feels surprising. This is what I mean. I thought more of the capsules would be like, yeah, it's okay.
It's comfort
but
food.
I recommend it.
You know, it's kind of different because the little responses I've seen have at least credited the film for being kind of different for a superhero movie.
Well, hell yeah. Sean Chandler's got a great YouTube channel. Love his reviews. If you ever wanted The Breakfast Club as a horror movie set in the X-Men universe, you now have it. It may not fully live up to the potential of that sentence, but I had a good time with it.
Good times are what you want.
Jorge Loser. I didn't know if that was like an incorrect Spanish pronunciation. Loser?
Maybe.
It may not become a cult film, but it is a solid adventure film. Oh, it doesn't even have cult film status.
It's gotta. I think it has to be like swinging for the fences to do that.
Yes, I mean everyone's kind of saying the same thing about it right now. This is a bummer for me because I've been holding out hope that this could be a great horror superhero film with a film that is like being touted as only in theaters, open in theaters, when really it's like select theaters right now. It's very it's so
open in the only theaters that are open,
and then the theaters that are open, you can only fit like maybe half.
It's like only in theaters with the most massive asterisk you've ever seen next to it. Yeah, I feel like this could have done way better as a full-on VOD release.
If they were going to release it, if they didn't want to keep postponing it, and even though before all this, I have been in the camp of you should just hold out hope, man. Just wait for the theaters to open and release it. Just keep holding on. Then they pushed for the theaters when I'm like, California is probably the biggest place where people go to the movie theaters. It's L.A. This is where Hollywood is, man.
Yeah.
People come here all the time to get into the film industry. You would think that they would at least wait if you're going to finally release this till California can have its
New
theaters.
York and L.A.
the biggest places where movie theaters are.
And the place where every movie has to premiere to get like consideration.
The fact that it's getting this, you know, I was hoping that the movie would at least be like received by critics and audiences in a way that was, you know what? It's actually all right. It's actually a pretty cool movie. It's not great. It's not amazing, but it's actually pretty cool.
And with no competition, it's actually kind of nice to have it around.
Yeah, I was really hoping that would be the reception, but
Yeah.
this isn't going to do it any favors. This is just going to make it more like, who's going to even want to rent this now when it comes out?
Aren't you fascinated to see how okay it is?
Who's going to want to watch this now?
I mean, kind of
if
me.
you just drop this on streaming or on video on demand, way more people would have watched it.
Especially, you just do a VOD release even for a couple weeks just to let a few people pay for it and then put it into Disney Plus or whatever for their subscription fee.
Because this re-racks my whole brain of every defense conversation or optimistic conversation I've ever had for this movie of, you know, maybe they were just delaying it because of that whole Disney Fox merger and that was making things so confusing. So that's what it was, right? That's what it had to be. But then this makes me go, oh man, did they delay it because it's this bad?
Well, and
and
then
Dark Phoenix was so horrible. Then so damn it.
Maybe they were like, we got to get this out in the quietest way possible. Put it in a real movie theater.
We need a pandemic.
And 183 people will see it, and they'll be the only user reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. It seems like they would have gotten more eyeballs going with video on demand, and it almost now feels like they did this, to just like really flop it out there and get it out of the way.
Well, guys, are you going to go watch the New Mutants? You going to drive to a drive-in?
You gonna
To watch this really darkly lit movie hit through the
Yes.
windshield of your car with that AC
on and the dials and shit, and your running lights if you can't turn those off.
If it's not available in your city, because I'm looking at all these other other than John Campia, but like Merle's in Arkansas. I forget where Chris Stuckman and Jeremy Johns live, but they're not in California, so they live in a state where they can go watch it. You know.
Yes. Well, RB3 drove out to somewhere to see Tenet, so
That sounds more worth it than this.
yeah, I know. And even that movie's got some divisive responses, but still,
But it's at least
in a way that'll help it.
Man, poor movie. Subscribe. Click that notification bell.
Bell.
And also, we have some patrons that are pledged to our Deleted Takes and Behind the Scenes tier, and they get a name call out every month. So let's shout you mofos out.
Let's do it.
Brittany Bayerly.
Joshua Ruiz.
Body Rot.
Rogue Cree.
Chrissy.
Sam Castle.
Deflated Bradley.
SJ94.
Andrew Barber.
Erwin Roger.
Runar K.
Deontay W, a.k.a. Tongue Punch Fart Box.
Kent Midnight.
Kayla Waters.
Justin Martin.
Anya R, or Anja.
Kenny Waters. Or Waters.
Rosie Beatty. Darth Yoda Order 66.
Roby Baby. Ruby.
James Nobriga.
Josh.
Philip J. Smith Jr.
Jennifer Smith.
Chase Gardner.
Brianna Davidson.
Javier Gomez.
Melanie Fabre. Fabulous.
Natalie Doran.
Marcus Werderman.
Gregory Bullock.
Eva Drazdikova.
LB.
Michael O'Hagan.
Sean Allen.
Wagner M.
Tristan Dale.
Tiana H.
Patrick Burgoon.
Steven Mendoza.
And Lucas Romero. Give yourselves a round of applause. Pat yourselves on the back. Smooches to you guys, because thank you.
Thank you guys so
Seriously,
much for
thank
being
you.
here. Means a hell of a lot. Hope you
Yeah,
stay
man.
pledged. And we'll be posting a little bit more on that tier soon. Thank you guys.
Look out.